Welcome to History Tonight. Tonight I'm here with Louis XIV, King of France, also known as the Sun King, who reigned over France for 72 years. During his reign, he united a nation using absolute monarchy and his motto, one king, one law, one faith. Let's give him a warm welcome. So, Louis, what was your childhood like? I know that you had a very good bond with your mother, which was unusual for your time. How did this affect your reign as king?
Well, my mother and I were very close because we shared the love of good food and good theater. I put a lot of money into the arts when I became king.
Louis is much too young to rule the country. He's only 5 years old. I just hope the Regency Council is fit to govern until my son is of age. Although your father did not want me to govern, I have annulled his will in order to become the sole regent of the council. That is until you become old enough to rule yourself. It's not what your father wanted, but I believe it's what's best.
In 1661, you assumed personal control over the government. Was this a big change for you, or was it just another responsibility?
Well, becoming the head of government opened up a lot of opportunities for reform. I wanted to end feudalism in France, and I appointed the bourgeois as government officials, and we allied against nobles and created ambassadors to towns. My ambassadors could collect taxes, oversee the courts, and make sure all my royal laws were being followed.
How were you able to accomplish your goal of one king?
I ruled as an absolute monarch. I had control over the government and the country. However, I was helped by my chief economic advisor, Jean-Baptiste Colbert. My control, having spread to the military, is beneficial. The army is growing quickly and steadily, and my intendants rely on me for advancement. My people know that they can be easily controlled by the army, and thankfully, so far, they have not rebelled on a large scale. I have entrusted the development of our navy to Colbert. He knows it must be strengthened in order for France to be the greatest European power.
Your idea of one law was that you were going to be an absolute monarch, with the help of your advisor Jean-Baptiste Colbert. Is this true?
Yes, most definitely.
Your Highness, I have been working to make France more economically self-sufficient, and I think I have been successful by capitalizing on the public yearning for law and order, reducing public debt, and encouraging the growth of industry through tariff protection.
Well done, Colbert.
You and the Pope had very different views on who should be head of the church. How did your views differ so much?
My idea of one faith includes France being united under one religion and me being the head of the church in France, while the Pope believed that the church should remain under his authority.
Your Highness, you are being ridiculous. Your claim is blasphemous. I do not oppose your wish to unite France under Catholicism. However, you cannot be head of the church.
I do not see why this is a problem. My people follow me in all other aspects. Why should religion be any different?
Because, as Pope, I am head of the Catholic Church. It has been this way for centuries. It is not about to change for you.
I will do as I wish and as I see fit for my country.
Louis, Versailles was an important aspect of the way you governed. Why did you decide to build such an extravagant palace?
Well, in reality, I wish to move all of my nobles and advisors to live in the palace so that it would be easier to make beneficial decisions for my country. However, as I was an absolute monarch, I wanted to make sure that there would be nothing to derail my goals. The decision to move my officials to Versailles came partially from my wishing to keep a close eye on them. My decision proved to be beneficial, and my court was the most successful court in Europe at the time. How are you enjoying your life here at Versailles?
We are honored to be here, Your Royal Highness. The accommodations you have provided have exceeded our wildest expectations.
Louis XIV's goal of one king, one law, one faith shaped his reign as one of the most successful European monarchs through unrivaled power and dedication. He succeeded in becoming the most powerful monarch of his time through absolutism, the moving of his court to Versailles, strengthening the French army, and by uniting France under one religion, Catholicism.
Thanks again for coming in and talking to me today, Louis.
You are so welcome, Natalie. Thank you.
Everybody give him a hand. Louis' decline from power started in 1685, when he passed the Edict of Fontainebleau, which revoked the Protestants' right to worship. Tune in next week to find out more. I'm Natalie Fleck. This is History Tonight. Thank you and good night.